The healing brush. Okay, so over to the tool panel, grab the healing brush. Remember, there's the spot healing and the healing. We want the healing. My retouch layer is active, my top layer, and let's do this. So how it works is you need to set a source point. That's a good area in the photograph to replace the bad area. With the healing brush, the spot healing brush, and the patch tool, these tools blend. So they're good for places that aren't along an edge. So, like right here, I'm going to make my brush smaller, and to make my brush larger and smaller, I'm using the bracket keys on my keyboard, or you can come up here to the options bar and click on the brush size, and you can change it here, but you can't really see what's happening when you do that. Hit return to close up that dialog box. I just find the bracket keys work a lot faster. Okay, hold the option key to set the source point. You see it turns from the brush to a crosshair, and I click once. Let go of the option key and click. I'm going to do it again. Option key, click, let go, click. Option key, click, click. Option key, click. Whoops, let me pick a better spot. Option key, click, and click. So right here, I'm going to want to use the stamp tool there. I'm going to want to use a stamp tool here and here and here because those are all near hard edges. But up here, option, click. I'm going to make my brush smaller, and I'm going to go option, click. Looks pretty good. I'm going to come down here to Santa's face, above his eyeglasses, option, click, click. And you can click, you can also drag. Okay, so up here, if I want to try this, I'm going to make the brush a little bit bigger. Set a source point, click on this line. And that looks pretty good. When I get up here, I'm going to want to use the stamp tool, but in another video, I'm going to show you a trick to use the marquee tool to make a selection so that you don't blend the white in, so you keep a nice crisp edge. So stay away from the edges when you're starting, and this is far enough away from the edge that I can just kind of do that. If you make a mistake, like something like that, you can just hit Command Z on your keyboard. Let me make a better mistake. So if I make a mistake, oh, I'm almost too good to make a mistake. Okay. Command Z. So you can see over here by Santa's head, I'm making a source point. And because that is pretty wide, I could probably get by with it. You just have to pick a good source point. You see how that worked? It looked pretty good. You can make things look really bad. Okay, there, I double cloned her finger. Command Z to get rid of it. And every time you do Command Z, it takes you back a step. So back a step, back a step, back a step. Option click, get rid of that. Option click, get rid of that. Option click, get rid of that. Okay, just really quickly up to the options bar. So clone stamp tool, brush size, leave your blend mode to normal. Later in the semester, I'll show you things you can do with the blend mode. You can click on aligned. I generally like this to be on. And for the reason for that is if I set my source point here, click, and I click here, it's going to keep that relationship. So if I know like here that relationship will work, here that relationship will work, here that relationship will work, that's great. If I have it turned off and I set my source point above here, let's say, click, and then I come over here thinking that would be a good relationship, notice my source point is still where I set it initially. So it just keeps it separate. But it did a pretty good job. Why? Because this is a blending tool. So practice. Remember, you always have to set, well, not always, but always keep an eye on your source point so that you're making good decisions. And this tool blends. Adjust the brush size to be slightly larger than what you're trying to blend. You can dot or you can paint. Not like a big long, big swatch. Better to use a bigger brush size, but you could draw along a line. Okay, so if you have a little bit bigger brush or a little bit bigger problem, you can pull along it. Okay, one last thing. After you choose aligned or not aligned, don't use legacy. You can use current layer and below, or all layers. So we're just going to stay on current layer for this project. and leave these things set to the defaults. Okay, and go heal away.